Brian Von VA here, back at it again with a little bit more vicious mockery. What do you say to hurt your opponent using vicious mockery? Leave it down in the comments below. So, I guess combat's over since there's no significant threats left. You're so ugly that when you were born, you came out backwards and nobody noticed. You're the reason shampoo has instructions. To get on your level, I would need a boat trip to the Mariana Trench and a pair of cinder block shoes.
You're so ugly. You became a vampire just to get away from your own reflection.
I feel bad for any parasites that have to live in your body. I think you commit crimes because that's the only way you'll be wanted by anyone. I bet all your weapons need to have instructions for use carved into them. Literally, pandas mate more often than you.
Does your girlfriend need our cleric to heal her mind? Or her eyes? Because we can do both.
I came here expecting little challenge, and yet you still managed to disappoint me. I'm not sure burning you would be a smart idea. The druid tells me burning trash harms the plants.
I tried to buy a portable hole, but I think I got scammed. All I got was this deed to your mother.
You are impressive, and you managed to raise the collective IQ of the town simply by shutting up. I don't think you have room to talk about my family's issues when your family tree is a wreath. Was that stick always in your ear, or was it left there from a failed attempt to pleasure oneself? If I had a gold coin for every intelligent thing you've said, I'd be begging for food.
My standards are so low that Lucifer uses them as a limbo stick. Yet, you still are unable to reach them.
Your father wishes he wasn't. Oh no. A carrion crawler wouldn't touch you, and they eat corpses.
If you fell into a gelatinous cube, the cube would rather die trying to escape your hideousness than to actually dissolve you.
You look like a first edition beholder. That's such a weird insult. I would insult you, but there's nothing to insult. As in, there's literally nothing of any kind of value that you have left to even try to demean more out of. I have to admit, you already did that supremely well on your own. Just because you have the ability to speak doesn't make you intelligent. You look like you wipe back to front. Oh God, ew. You look like a guy who drives a Prius. Your aim is worse than a clone trooper. Don't worry. It'll get bigger someday, Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. You look like your father gave birth to you. Somewhere in the world, there is a tree tirelessly producing the oxygen you breathe. And I think you owe it an apology. That's a damn good one right there. Not now, Junior. The grown-ups are talking. I wouldn't say that guy is stupid, but the mind flayers that tried to feed from him considered him the most effective weight loss diet there ever was. Like hell you're gonna do that! Last thing you vanquished was your mama's respect for you. My friend, do enlighten me. Is thine head only for fanciful decoration? Lovely one, you are as beautiful as the lake yonder. But alas, only a mere puddle is as shallow as your fair self. Good day! No wonder you're so depressed. You're so ugly that when you're getting laid, you have to pretend you're someone else. I know you're in the middle of your big speech with the big backstory and such, blah, 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 but I've completely forgotten your name. What was it again? You will never accomplish your goals, not because they are unattainable, but because they are yours.
Were your parents the developers of 1.0? Because damn, they needed to try again.
The moment she left you was the happiest point in her life. And no, I'm not talking only about your ex. Your parents love to use you as a bad example, don't they? I'd say you were as dumb as a bag of rocks, but that'd be insulting to rocks. You're about as sharp as a black pudding. I felt harder hits from a single goblin, and that was when I was level 12.
You make a beholder wish it didn't have eyes.
I bet if someone tried to sacrifice you to get a boon from a demon, the demon would give them too just to let you go. I'd cast Detect Thoughts to help me fight you, but there's no point trying to read an empty book. Our DM had a special rule. Vicious mockery had to rhyme to work. Oh, here we go. Here's an example. Go ahead, try to kill me if you're able. Your mistress knows my dick is longer than the king's table. The most useful thing you will ever do is decompose in the ground. That rhymed with the last one! So that plants can have nutrients. I've seen more impressive magic in a middle school talent show, and that's insulting to middle school talent shows that I dare make the comparison. One day you will meet your doppelganger, and you too will be disappointed. Your face alone can cast hideous laughter. Did your parents roll a nat 1 making your face? You're so short that you struggle fighting a mouse. You look like you drink water out of an upside-down bucket. They don't quite have a name for your predicament yet, but needless to say, your aim is foul. You know what? At this point, I don't even care about loot. I just want you dead, so I don't have to look at you anymore. You know that guy's from Boston. Don't tell me he's not from Boston. Go back to the sewers and be with the rest of the shit. I've seen back alley trash worth more than you. I'd ask for your name, but you're not worth remembering. And once this is over, everyone is gonna forget you. Your buddies aren't coming to save you. They know you're the weakest link. Doodly-doodly-doo. You're worth as much dead as you are alive. That is to say, worthless. Stand still and keep your head from moving. My friends wouldn't want to miss a swing and chip their blades on your dense skull. Doesn't matter if you believe in an afterlife. Whatever god is up there has abandoned you, just like everyone else in your miserable life. You look like the human equivalent of lukewarm water. I wouldn't be surprised if a magic missile missed. I wouldn't want to go near that face either.
You're so ugly that when your mother saw your face after giving birth, she screamed, "Ah! Put it back! It's not done yet!" Haha, easy bake oven.
To a vampire. You're so ugly, if you became human tomorrow, you'd still cast no reflection.
No one cares for your honor. Even your blade's worth more than you.
You're nothing but a copycat taking others' spells as your own. All you want is an excuse to sit among the heavens, looking down on us. Your father wears leather boots hewn from the hide of the mare that birthed you. You couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. You couldn't hit a house if you were standing in it. Now, I know you're an assassin, but I didn't know you were hired to kill fashion. Oh, another rhyme. If appearances could kill, you'd be wanted for multiple mass murders. Compared to thine self, Quasimodo would appear as an Adonis. If you haven't mastered pointy end goes into target, how did you even graduate from bad guy school? If my paraplegic brother heard your voice, he'd walk just to tell you to shut up. You'd better shut up and let others think you are dumb instead of speaking and erasing every doubt. You are so average that vanilla would be an understatement. Thou looks as though thine reciteth thine lexicon in lowercase. This fight will last longer than you do in bed. Hey, 2 minutes is 2 minutes. I've seen deserts wetter than you. My friend to a water elemental. Do a favor to all the mirrors in the world and go get bitten by a vampire. Though the vampire might be allergic to, whatever you are. Your wit is as sharp as the club you're holding there. Your worth has fallen so low that I've heard there's a new social class just for you. Congratulations!
Oh, believe me, you have the face a mother couldn't love.
You must take 1d4 bludgeoning damage every time you have an idea. Bonk. Ooh, another one. If I wanted to kill myself, I could jump from the peaks of your loyalty and drop to the depths of your incompetence. You're like the front half of a beetle, no spine, no guts, and no balls. Gods be damned. Facing the demon lords of the hells with nothing but a very dull butter knife is easier than looking at the monster that you call a face. Your parents moved out without telling you and left you in the basement, didn't they? You know, before I got here, I heard a troll talking about how ugly you are. It was with their therapist. You look like how dust tastes. The embodiment of fear took one look at your face and ran off screaming, like a moth to a flame. It's fitting the horseflies surround your shitty visage. Meeting you was the best thing to ever happen to me. After all, if someone like you can be a king, then my dream of being a tavern owner will be easier than I thought. You're so devilishly hideous, the town guard refuses to put up your wanted posters.
You're not the sharpest spoon in the toolbox, are you there, buddy?
Not even the most desperate of starving gnolls would deign to devour on your unwashed form. You insist on clinging to this world as if you had any significance when you were alive.
Did your mother diaper your face when you were a baby?
Fighting you almost makes me wish for a nuclear winter. Here's one I used on a bandit that threatened me. Oh, honey, are you sure this is working? If you were any good at your job, you would be wealthy enough to be sleeping in the inn just like I did. Yet, here you are instead. I'm sorry, but I'd like to talk to the real boss, because I know this operation wasn't cooked up by someone with an IQ below room temperature.
Your mom is so old. She remembers when Tiamat was a hatchling. Now that's old!
You have the fashion sense of a blind kobold. You have 3 active brain cells, but one got lost and the other 2 are trying to find it. Ugh, you're so dull your own stench leads a better life than you. When it comes to sword size, all the ladies at the brothel say you wield a thumbtack.
It's girthy, man. You can't deny the girth.
What's that ugly thing on your neck? Oh my God, it's your head! Get it away! You are the human equivalent of our participation award. Congratulations! You couldn't empty water out of a boot if the instructions were printed on the bottom. For all you British viewers out there, this means a boot that you actually wear, not the boot of your car. As an outsider, what are your thoughts on intelligence? Your face is the single best argument for abortion I have ever seen. You haven't been yourself lately. We've all noticed the improvement. Whoever told you, just be yourself, they couldn't have given you worse advice. Thou've never been seen with a lass of my caliber. If you were to ask a woman to dance, she would break her legs to avoid it. Just look at Helen Keller. Oh, gods! A canobo is sharper than you. Oh, the wizard's spell failed. He tried to use telekinesis to give you testicular torsion! But there was nothing there. Oh, by the way, saw your spouse last night. I think she never even screamed your name. Gods! A troll can do better than this. Used on an incubus. Oh, jeez. Oh, gods! What? No, it wasn't your blade, it's your face! Oh, God. A mind flayer would not only be unfed, but it would lose nutrition if it tried anything with you. The only thing you're good for is to be used as an addition to Xena's army. As a zombie! Not anything useful. Xena was a necromancer in our party. A tabaxi is less of a pussy than you. Hey everybody, Brian Von VA checking in after the vid. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, and let us know down in the comments below what's your favorite little mockery to do when you're casting vicious mockery. Insult us, hurt us, slap us hard. We love you all. Be safe. We'll see you later.